Hey there. Welcome back to the Golfweek Amateur Tour of the podcast. Chris, should we tell people how to join the tour?
Of course. Whether you're a seasoned member or just tuning in to learn more, we're here to help you dive into the ins and outs of the tour. If you've been on the fence about joining, there's no better time than now. It's a fantastic way to play competitive golf, meet other passionate golfers, and step up your game.
Registration is open. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership dues.
And if you want to keep up with all things Golfweek Amateur Tour, make sure you're subscribed and listening to the podcast on your favorite platform. Don't forget to download each episode, share it with your golf buddies, and if you're enjoying the show, drop us a like and a review. Your feedback helps us grow the community and reach more golfers just like you. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get into today's episode.
Chris, it's that time of year. It's our National Championship special episode. You know, we talk about all things National Championship. It's we're less than 30 days away, buddy.
Yeah, less than 30 days, and you can feel it. It's the excitement's there. It's right around the corner. You know, guys are getting registered. If you haven't already, good luck. But
I'm not. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But if you haven't registered already, I think you're out of luck. But unless you want to play in the champ flight,
good luck.
You're on your own. And you know, I think if you're registering this late, I think Dennis may put you with Jaspers, Jeff Wong, Lance Lacombe, and you. That'll be your foursome for the.
Bless your heart.
For the first round. What do you think?
No, I'll pass.
Oh, you out? You out on that?
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh boy. Yes, I just pulled it up. Yeah, you could be a champ flight player. Maybe you could be a B flight player, and it's showing like 3 D flights right now. So,
You know, that's as we're recording. It could be different as you listen.
Oh yeah, as when you listen, most definitely it's probably going to be different.
Yeah, most definitely, probably.
Most definitely, probably. Oh boy, that's where we're at, man. Feeling a little punchy. So
I'm excited. I mean, it's going to be fun. It always is.
It always is. It always is. Anything good going on in your world?
Just busy, man. September, October is always a busy month around here. So.
Yep. I understand. I had got lucky. Got to spend some time with the grandkids. Had some work obligations, and I might as well just go ahead and tell everybody I'm doing I'm writing a book.
Oh,
writing a book, and it will be published. Probably, my guess is. I actually just approved the book cover yesterday. I'm thinking I don't know that we have an actual date yet, but it's going to be like right after National Championship.
Okay.
So we're working.
Excited to hear what that's about.
Yeah, we're working. Anyway, doesn't have anything to do with golf, so let's just go ahead and get into the episode and give everybody all the information they're going to need.
Here we go. Let's go.
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Golfweek Amateur Tour proudly presents Golfweek Amateur Tour, the podcast, talking about all things Golfweek Amateur Tour, including interviews with tour directors, players, and course professionals. Now here are your hosts, Tim Newman and El Paso Las Cruces Tour Director, Chris Rocha.
Hey, Chris, we're right back at it. And again, you know, one of these days we will not this episode. We're going to cut that part out. You'll never hear me say what I just told you.
Right.
That's going to be to the cutting room floor. But anyways, we eventually will have an outtakes episode because there's always something going on. Make sure.
Always. It's a fun time.
It is. So what's going on, man?
Nothing much, just getting ready. Where my real job is. If I did wish this was my real job, but my real job is the busy month of September. Uh, just working through it, trying to finish our season, as is everybody else around the country.
Yeah.
So sprinkling events here and there, and honestly, from TPC Scottsdale all the way to Nationals, it's nonstop. It feels like a blur until I land in Hilton Head and get to relax a couple days and then back to work.
Relax for a couple of days. How long you gonna be? You could be here for. You saying through seniors this year, or you saying through?
No, I'm just saying, get back to work and put my golf hat on and
Okay.
try and go win the thing.
Okay.
I actually get to warm up and take some time in the morning.
Okay.
Unless like last year.
Just
and
remember what happened
talk
last
to your
year.
wife. Yep.
How much time you took? I would not take that much time.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a story to tell one day. But it was crazy. I'm surprised I made it. Which ended up being my best finish ever. So maybe I try it again, see what happens.
Well, I'm hoping that we'll be able to kind of replicate some of the things we did, sitting around the table and having a good time. I'm not sure a lot of those things are going to happen this year, just with everything that's going on. But maybe if we don't do it at where we were, we do it somewhere else and still have some fun.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. It's going to be a little different this year, especially for the directors. But I know we always tend to figure it out, and we make it work.
Yep. And just on that, directors, as you're listening to this, please make sure you respond to the text message that I sent you all over the weekend, and that you've already responded to the one that Jen sent you, because we need to get those things wrapped up and ordered. Really, they should have already been done, but we may have a day or two. So please make sure you do that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And again, here we go. So Chris, we do have one member of the month we haven't mentioned yet. Do you want to announce who that is?
Yes, definitely. For the member of the month, we're going with Mark Meyer from the Kentucky Tour.
Yeah, we just got that back, and it's a little late to get him on for this episode. We're going to see what we can do about getting him on for the next one. But we also need to start, thinking about how we're going to get the voting done for the Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's in the works, but it's going to be exciting.
So Jen, let me ask you a question about that. Is it possible for us to, I don't know how much you were involved with the survey from last year to the tour directors, in terms of, can we put like a picture, the pictures of the winners and like a link to their segment and send it out to tour directors? Is that up? And have them vote on it?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I'll see what I can find out for you.
I think that's what.
Saying there's a chance.
Heck yeah, man.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah, but I think that's what we're going to do in terms of voting for the Player of the Year. I think that's, and just have tour directors vote on it. Since they were the ones who were submitting things all year, and then we can just go from there. What do you think? Let's take a break from the show to hear about Strixon's ZX Mark II irons.
A great iron set needs more than good looks. It's got to be fast and got to be pure. But good looks never hurt either. The all-new ZX Mark II irons from Strixon.
So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We'll just put the picture and the link with their name and tour, and let the tour directors vote on that, and go from there if that's possible. Jane, can you get back to us on that by?
Yeah.
All right, very good. That'd be awesome. I appreciate it. So we're so lucky to have you on tonight, because this is our annual Tour Championship episode, where we talk about all things Tour Championship, and we have somebody from the national office giving us all the inside scoop, or the tea, as the kids would say.
Oh, Jesus.
Now you see what it's like living in the Newman household. We have trivia to see if we can just determine what the actual slang is these days. So the T for the Golfweek Amateur Tour.
I'm trying to riz it up.
Obviously,
Trying to riz it up.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm not claiming him. I'm just putting that out there. I am not claiming him when he talks like that. Neither do our kids.
That's hilarious.
So
Okay. So we're gearing up, obviously. National championship is, right about a month away. And we are filled up in just about all of the flights. I think the biggest thing that people should know is that we do have waiting lists. So, and the way that a waiting list works is people are put on the list when we have both their registration and their payment. We keep track. Everything is time stamped, so we know exactly when those things came in. So if you got in at, 1 o'clock in the morning and somebody else got in at 11 o'clock at night, the 1 o'clock in the morning person is higher up on the wait list. So we do keep track of that. As far as the wait list goes, one of the most important things for people to keep in mind is that we are not touching that wait list until after the last tournament is done. We've gone through, we've made sure that all of our points are done. We've made sure that any player that's been promoted to a new flight, if they are already on the tournament, they've already registered and paid, they're showing on the who's playing list, and then they get moved up a flight because of their score, they have priority over anybody who's on the wait list, which is why we are not touching that wait list until after everything is said and done. That's probably one of the biggest questions we're getting right now.
Jen, let me just stop you right there. And just so everybody knows, there's still a ton of tournaments out there. There's a ton. So today there's a tournament. Columbus, Ohio has a tournament at Jefferson Golf Country Club. That's today on a Monday. And then, if you go down the line, there's a ton of 1 day, or there's some 1 days, but there's a ton of 2 day tournaments in the final weekend of the year. So it could be, what do you think, honey? It could be October 1st when we'll have all this stuff done. If the last tournament is on the 28th.
So if the last tournament is on the 28th, as soon as all of the directors get their scores and reports submitted, we are going to be working to get those scores posted, make sure that we've gotten any of the last points adjusted that we need to. We're going to be doing all of that as quickly as we possibly can. People just have to remember that it once those scores go up, there is a manual process that we do behind the scenes to ensure that every person who played on somebody else's tour gets the correct points. We have to go back and see if they've missed something. So that takes a little bit longer. So the scores get posted quickly, and then we have our manual process to go through.
Is that the same process for seniors? Because I just pulled up the senior schedule. There's not nearly as many tournaments before the end of the season, but so the senior tour's got a tournament all the way up until the 30th of September. Southern Virginia is playing at Sleepy Hole on September 30th. So that looks like that's the last tournament of the year. So is that process going to be the same, and seniors should be in that same mode?
Yes, process is going to be the same. Now, of course, because the national championship for Golfweek is first, the seniors we will do, that's always slightly behind when it comes to getting everything updated for the national championship. So the focus will be first on getting everything done for Golfweek, and then we'll shift gears towards the seniors. So again, if you Go ahead.
Let me stop you here just as another point of clarification. Everybody knows that Jen and I are married, we live together, but understand when she's talking about this stuff, I'm hearing it for the first time, just like everybody else is. A lot of times I don't know, I'm not privy to any of these things. So, I mean, if I knew, I would tell you all before, but again, I'm hearing these things and asking questions just like another tour member or tour director would be. So just kind of bear with us as I go through that process too.
And I guess in all fairness to everyone listening to, both Tim and Chris and everybody out there listening, I appreciate the questions because we work so hard in the national office and we go back and forth and talk about things and check each other and make sure that we're following our procedures and that we're telling everyone the same thing. Sometimes I forget that we've had that conversation and that maybe we haven't shared all of the updates with the tour directors. So, don't hesitate to ask a question. And sometimes I just forget that I know it and you don't. So.
All right, so I'll try not to interrupt too much, but go ahead.
So basically what I want to put out there is, number one, if you are a tournament player, if you're a member and you want to go to the national championship, you need to register and pay. If you've got the 4 tournaments and you want to go, you need to register and pay and get on the wait list if your flight is sold out. There's no way you're going to get in if you don't register and pay. If you're thinking, oh, you're going to wait and see, we know that there are going to be people who drop out. We're, like I said, about a month out. In fact, I know we just had somebody today drop out saying that a work commitment came up and now they can't play. That's going to happen. We'll get people with emergencies in their family. Somebody gets injured as they're, trying to get more practice in. So we know there will be fluctuations in who's playing. So if you want to have the ability to come, register and pay. If you don't get in and we don't have a spot for you and you're on the wait list, you'll get refunded your money. So don't worry about that. We've got systems in place, but the key is register and pay. The second key is if you're on the wait list, just hang tight because nothing's going to happen until after the season is over and we've made sure that we've got the adjustments. One of the biggest questions that we have from players is, I'm borderline. What if I get moved up? What if I play really well? That's okay. You're going to have priority over anybody in the wait list. And we've had some questions coming in because this past weekend we did have several players move up. I got a message from Dennis McCormick today just reminding us to be ready once scores come in. We know there are going to be more players who get promoted. So that's also why we know that the numbers, as it says, some of the flights might look like it's maxed out. Some of that happened today because players got bumped from one flight to the next. So we need all of that to settle out, and then we'll address the wait list. And then if there is a player that's already registered, showing up on the who's playing list, and something does happen, all you need to do is send an email to support@amateurgolftour.net. Let us know that things have changed and you can't make it. The deadline to withdraw from the tournament and get your money back is October 1st. So it doesn't matter what the reason is. If you are registered and paid and showing up on the list and you can't make it, don't want to come, something happens, as long as it's before October 1st, send us in that email and you will get refunded.
And that October 1st deadline is for both Golf Weekend seniors?
I believe so. I say that I'll double check. And I'm glad you're asking that. I say these things and the majority of what we have is on the website. If you go to either the Golfweek website or the senior website, and on the homepage, the national homepage, there's a button that says national information, and look there, most of your questions will be answered. So I would just have to Tim knows I'm not good at talking and looking at the same time, so I'm not going to do that right this second. Maybe one of you can and see what it says on the senior page, but I believe it is October 1st. I'll really derail if I stop and try and look.
It's all good. I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
So as far as with the wait list is concerned, if that player is on the wait list, about when will they get notified if they don't make it? As far as if they're traveling in, plans of that nature. Like when will the roster be finalized? Per se.
That's a great question, and I don't know off the top of my head what that date is. I know that let me put it to you this way. I know that we have had in the past couple of years, we've had players who showed up and said, look, I'm here. I already made my plans. I'm here. And we have actually filled a spot in the past if somebody's there and there's all of a sudden a last minute change. And, if we can get somebody in, we will. But as far as I can't predict what it's going to be because, at some point what happens is we send off everything to printing. So the big scoreboard that has the names on it, there is a drop dead date for that. And so people have to expect that if there is a change afterwards, they're not going to show up exactly the same. I can tell Tim's got a question. I can see it all over his face.
It's not really a question, it's a comment. I don't know that the field is ever set until actually everybody goes off because there's been instances where tour directors just don't show up. They've got to be called out. They were sleeping in the car. They missed tea time.
Hey, slow down. I made it. All right.
I wasn't going to bring that up, and actually I think I had blocked that from my memory. And now that's coming flooding back in, for anybody.
I made it. I put my bag on the cart. I rolled 3 putts, and we were on the first seat. Let's go.
Well, but I'm not like I always do. But again, the one point I really want to make that Jen said is this is really no different than any other tournament in that up till the balls go in the air, people are dropping out and adding for any number of different reasons. It happens every year. I mean, Chris, you've been in charge of a course, and Jen, you've been in charge of a course where, you're checking people in and a tour director will say, hey, by the way, so-and-so's not coming. Something happened. The first day of the event. So somebody's not, you just call him, he had to go home, but whatever it is. And this happens. Right. It happens every year.
Yeah. I do want to stress though that, so there are a couple of things that I want to stress. Yes, that's the case, but this is more complicated in many reasons.
Yes.
Which is why we have the deadlines. And that's also why we've got the date. Part of why we say no refunds after the October 1st is because we are committed to certain things and the processes that we go through. And we have no problem. And that's the most lenient that we can be. Just like it's no different when tour directors say, here's my drop dead date in order to get a refund. So we've got that date so that we can do what we need to for the logistics of close to, 1,000 players coming in and all that is required to make that go off as smoothly as possible. And that's why we ask for flexibility. And so it's not a problem if you're on the wait list. And let's say like Chris, we know you come from far away. Some of your players are going to have a certain date that they need to know by or make a decision by. So I have people who will send in an email to support@amateurgolftour.net saying, I'm on the wait list, but as of XYZ date, if I'm not on, take me off the wait list. That's fine too. Then we have people who say, I live close enough. And when I say close enough, it still might be a 6-hour drive, but they say, I will be there if there's a chance that I can play. And so there are people who literally show up at a course with their bags so that if somebody isn't going to play, they can go and take their spot. So we need all of the players to be flexible and understand that if you're looking for a guarantee, if you're looking for dates when you're going to know by, I can't tell you that. All I can say is it goes back to, if you want to play, the way that that's going to happen is first, register and pay. If your flight is filled, you're going to be on the wait list, and then we will get through those people as best we can when spots open, because people are promoted from one flight to the next, which opens up something in your flight, or somebody drops out.
All right, so let's move on to registration, skins game and registration. What do we got for us, Sarah?
Okay, so this is another message from Dennis today saying that if you want to play in the skins game, so let me make this point out there now for everyone. For both the Golfweek Tour and the Senior Tour, we've got the optional skins game, which is before the national championship that takes place, that we have spots for. So go ahead, register and pay now. That's open, it's available, it's on the website, so you can go ahead and get in there. All of the details are on the website. Again, I don't have them top of my head, but the information is there. Go ahead and sign up for that. That is different from skins during the national championship for each day that you're playing. That is, you're all going to pay on the first day, and we take care of that. But so what Tim was just referring to is the optional skins game before the tournament begins.
And that's
Yeah.
the Hills Course at Palmetto, the Palmetto Dunes Hills Course at Palmetto Dunes, where the big scoreboard is.
Okay. And that oftentimes can be a nice payout depending on what happens there. So that's something for you to think about. The other message that came directly in for me to share is about making your hotel reservations or booking wherever you're going to stay. I know that the beach house, which was recently renovated, still has openings, so that would be a good place for you to, if you haven't already made reservations, you can check that out. I'm going to do a little plug here. I didn't mention this to Tim before, but I'll put it out there. If there's anybody who is, for those of you, I assume a lot of the audience knows that Tim and I are full-time RVers, and we actually live at the Hilton Head Island Motor Coach Resort, which is a resort for Class A and Class C motorhomes. So if you have a Class A, Class C, or a Super C RV and you're looking for a place to stay, we do have a promotion that you can get a discount. I did make a post. I'll mention that. So I'm sure Tim can get some information there. There's a promotion that you can book a stay anytime between now and the end of the year and get a discount. But I know that October is a busy month. So give it a shot and maybe you'll see us. Even some of the golf professionals, I know Tim has made fun of me for this, have stayed in the resort. We used to have one who owned a lot there, but no more. But if you want to come stay, it's a great place.
I'll leave it alone.
That's a first.
So you brought up the skins during the national championship. That's still going to be $60 exact change.
Yes, please.
Exact change. That could be $61 bills if you want. It could be $3 bills. It could be any combination of $60 in cash, not coin, but cash.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Coins are not allowed. We want cash money, not coin money. Cash, $60 exact change, not $100 and we give you 40 back, not $70 and we give you 10 back, not $80. We want $60 exactly.
And please don't take it out on the tour directors at the courses when they say they don't have change, because they're given very specific instructions to not make change. So, just come prepared. So there's that.
Let's take a break from the show to hear about Srixon's ZX Mark II drivers.
ZX Mark II drivers are for major players, major winners, major power. All new ZX Mark II drivers, only from Srixon.
There is another question that I have gotten asked about that I have not shared with anyone that I did get an answer. Now, I am going to look at my phone so that I don't mess up what I'm saying. And this refers to the senior national championship. So everybody knows that the senior tour tee boxes are different distances because it's the senior tour. And we have posted on there some of the tee boxes, and people have been asking, hey, if you look at the tee boxes that are listed and you looked at the courses, you're going to think that the yardages are outside of the range of what they're supposed to play. So just want to let you know that when it says that the seniors are playing from the white tees, you need to know that the yardages for the white tees will be played below the length of the yardage that's listed. So that means that if we have to move the tees to accommodate the distances, that's what's going to happen. So the yardages for the seniors will be towards the high end of what's in our tour manual, but they will be within the correct range. So Champ and A for the senior national championship will be right around 6,100 yards each day. So our Champ and A is basically 6,000 to 6,200. So I'm telling you, Champ and A will be right around 6,100 yards. B and C, the range there is 5,800 to 6,000. And I'm telling you, B and C will be at or just less, maybe a tad, than 6,000. So they are going to be at the high end. But so again, if you're looking online and you see white tees, and I've had people say, well, they're playing longer yardages than even the Champ. No, they're not. The yardages will be adjusted. And the D flight, which is 5,600 to 5,800, will be right at about 5,800 each day. So while they are going to be on the upper end of each flight distance, they will be within the yardages, very close to it. So don't look online and panic and think something is wrong. They will be played at the appropriate distances. Did that answer that clearly?
Yeah, I mean, it's national championship.
That's right.
It's got to be.
Yep.
Bring it.
What other questions do you have?
Registration? Is Tim and Chris going to be broadcasting live from registration this year?
I have been told that you are, that I was supposed to make sure that you are. So the question is, are you? We have room for you there. We're planning on you being there.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there?
I guess.
I suppose.
Yeah,
I
we'll
suppose.
be there. We'll be there. 4:30 to 6:30. 4:30.
Is that a question or a statement?
Yeah, it's a statement. 4:30 to 6:30.
Okay.
Period.
Come, hop on, have a quick conversation. We love seeing everybody. Speaking of being live,
Maybe we'll have some irons to raffle off.
yeah, that's where I was going. We're gonna be accepting $10 per chance, and hopefully we'll have enough to raffle off the irons before we leave on Thursday evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it would be great if everybody plans on stopping by the registration table. You pick up all of your items. It makes things a lot smoother for registration in the morning. We've got enough, all of the tour directors who run the different courses have a lot on their plate in collecting your $60 of exact change and getting everybody checked in. So it makes things go a lot smoother if you come and you pick up your items. Make sure you know where you're going. I can't stress enough, keep looking at the websites for information and updates. There's lots of information there. If you have questions, you can first ask your tour director. If they're not sure, send it in to support@amateurgolftour.net at that email address, and we'll get back to you. We're excited to have everybody down. The weather here has been phenomenal. Courses are in great shape. I know I've been talking to people playing just golf in general on the island, saying that the courses are in great shape. Pros are getting everything ready.
I'm excited.
Well, Chris has been.
Is there anything I missed?
Well, yeah, Chris has been asking for a long time if you're going to bring us stew subs for.
No. What I said is, are we gonna do a show at Stu Subs? That's what I said.
Oh, I think you should do that. They would love it.
Just saying.
When you want to do it, how much golf are you playing when you come in? When are you coming in?
I will make. I'm coming in Tuesday. We will make it work.
So it would have to be either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right. We'll talk about it. Be prepared.
Well, I got to get my.
When on Tuesday are you getting in?
I'd have to look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Wednesday, remember, we've got the tour directors meeting.
Yeah, but if we did it around lunchtime, Chris, I just need to get my assistant to get things set up and scheduled.
Yeah. So as long as it's real clear, if you do that, I might be able to get it set up for you, but you're on your own for doing it because I'll be getting ready for tour director night. So I can't help you with any technical stuff. You guys would be on your own.
On Saturday, Jesus. On Tuesday, I get in at 1:30. By the time I get my car out of Savannah, it's like 4 o'clock. Just kidding. Just like 2 o'clock. And then drive. So
Yeah. So that's
I
probably,
don't know how late they're open.
I don't know. I'll find out. I'll find out how late they're open Tuesday and what time they open on Wednesday.
It may be, well,
Maybe in between golf week and seniors.
yeah, we'll see.
We'll make it work. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out.
We always figure something out.
How about, I think everybody's clear on the rotation of the courses. Any new information on that? We're just what's on the website
No,
and be ready to roll, right?
whatever's on the website is the information that I have for any of those things.
I will say with this, like you mentioned, most of the flights, all the flights actually except for B flight, everybody will be at that one course. B flight, they're both playing 2 courses, Friday, Saturday, and then the top half on Sunday will play Arthur Hills, and the bottom half will go play Oyster Reef. So keep that in mind that you have to see what course you're playing if you're in B flight for Sunday.
So you better get on it.
I mean, if you're in the top half, just go to Arthur Hills. If you're on the cusp, you better start looking. You better be refreshing that email.
Either that or play better. Go to Arthur Hills. Play better.
Where's that?
Who's that?
You said it, not me.
All right. What else you got for us?
I will also just kind of put out there for things to start thinking about. Every year we have players who say, hey, I'm riding with so-and-so who's on a different course because they're in a different flight. Can, you do anything? No. whatever the flights are, they are. So you need to know and plan your transportation needs accordingly. We don't take requests for who you're playing with. There's a system that's used based on where you are in the standings, and Dennis does all of that, so that's very specific. The other thing that I will put out there is that there will be no spectator carts available. Under no circumstances are players going to be able to, get in a cart, bring their own cart, and, ride with who they want or anything like that. So that's not an option at all. So just kind of be aware of that as well.
Nice.
All right. Well, Chris, you got a tournament this coming weekend.
Yes, sir. Tour final.
Tour finals.
And I with me, I think it's kind of cool because we're representative of two cities that are 45 minutes apart. So we do one day at one city and one day at the other, and kind of give everybody a chance to not take advantage of being able to sleep in their bed for both days, their own bed.
Okay. Well, that's good, and we'll see you at some point on the Tuesday before National Championship. Any other words of wisdom before we get back to the regular episode next time?
From me?
Yeah, from you.
Have fun. I mean, I think that's the main thing. Is it is national championship. Like Jen said, there are no exceptions on who you ride with or who you play with. So might as well have fun, meet new people. I mean, that's what we talk about all year, right, Tim? It's you get to meet new people, you get to know people, and the next year that you go, you get to see them again. There is lunch provided after all 3 days. Take advantage of that because that's where you get to go meet other people. And you get to have a good time and some pretty good food. And yeah, I mean, then you'll know where the awards are. Definitely.
Exactly. All right, my friend.
Yes, and I do believe we added a little extra lunch for the seniors, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And it is a great opportunity to see everyone, catch up, and just kind of have a lot of fun with people from all over the country. It's one of the best things about it. I love the fact that we have people, and Tim and I have been lucky and cursed, whichever way you want to look at it, right? To have been involved with tours all over the country. But what makes it all so amazing is getting the text messages and people letting us know that they're coming, being able to see people from across the country. If you've had questions and sent in things throughout the year, you've gotten either me or Susan in answering them. And I know I can say, at least for myself, if we've corresponded over the year, I always say, look for me at National Championship. I like to have the face to go with the name. And so it's great seeing everyone, and we look forward to it.
It's true. It's all true. And Chris,
You know what? Oh, Tim, let me do one more thing before you close this out. Remember, we have the 2-man challenge. I think we need to change to the 2-person challenge. But get your partner ready. I think from what I'm reading here, registration for those open October 1st. So, $100 per team. I've been lucky to be able to win part of the prize pool every time I've gone. So, any of you flyers looking for some partners, let me know. And yeah, I mean, it's a fun time, and it's nice to go look at the leaderboard and see where you stand, and go from there.
That does remind me of one last important thing. And that is, this year, all of the prizes for the actual national championship for the places are Visa gift cards. So in the past, we've had some of our sponsors and some things that were related to Hilton Head. So the prizes for the national championship this year are gift cards.
Hi.
Any other one last things?
No.
Are we sure?
I'm positive.
I'm getting that evil stare. I know that look. I'm done.
I got one last thing. Chris, I got a text message from Luke the other day.
Okay.
He won the points championship again. 2 of the last 3 years. He added to his
Collection.
arm tattoo, and I told him 3 in a row is his face tattoo, and he said 4 in a row is the tramp stamp.
Oh.
And he's got to walk around like that all national championship. So, people in Chicago, please.
Throw in a thing for us, please.
All right, Jen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. I know everybody else appreciates all the information that you share with us. Chris, good luck this weekend, and we will see you all next time. Take care.
Have a good one.
All right, that's a wrap for this week's episode. But Chris, after all this time, you would think we would remember this stuff.
We forgot to tell people how to register, didn't we?
Yep, take it away.
Well, if you're not already part of the Golfweek Amateur Tour, what are you waiting for? Grab your clubs, join the fun, and see what competitive golf is all about. You can sign up today and start meeting some incredible folks who love the game as much as you do.
All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership dues.
And hey, don't forget, if you're enjoying the podcast, you can catch us on all of the major podcast platforms. Be sure to download, share it with your golf buddies, and throw us a quick review if you're feeling the love. It helps us keep bringing you the good stuff and reaching even more golfers out there. Thanks for hanging with us, and until next time, keep swinging and having fun out there.
We'll see you next time. Take care.